Hello, my friends. How are you today? I'm so happy to see you. Hi, Declan and Ari and Harper. Liv, how are you? And I see Eleanor and Luca. It's so good to see you today. Are you ready to hear another book, another story time? Yeah? This one's called The Clever Stick. A clever stick? Have you ever played with sticks out in the yard? I have. Yeah, we find them in the garden or the yard or under a tree. Let's read about it, shall we? The Clever Stick by John Lechner. Once upon a time, there was a clever stick. Ever since he had fallen off the tree, he had been sharp. He would sit in the sand and think of all sorts of clever things. He would float down the stream, making up poetry. He would listen to the singing of the birds and wonder what made it sound so beautiful. But the poor stick had one problem. He couldn't speak, so he couldn't share his thoughts with any of the forest creatures. When he saw chipmunks gathering food, he wanted to say, "I know where you can find more acorns." But he was silent. Who would believe a stick anyway? When he came across a frog writing poem, he wanted to share a simile about the sun being like a dragon, but he could not. When he saw a wild rose growing in the field, he longed to tell her how beautiful she was, but he could only remain silent. One bright day, as the stick approached the meadow, he tried to say hello to all the animals, insects, and flowers by bowing deeply. But he tripped on a pebble and fell flat on his face. Nobody even noticed. The clever stick did not feel so clever anymore. He dragged himself all the way home. When he finally stopped, he noticed a trail he had left in the sand. It looked interesting, so he made more lines. To his amazement, he discovered he could draw lines to look like things. The stick began to draw vigorously in the sand. A giant tapestry emerged from the dust. As he scribbled, the plants and animals gathered around and watched in rapt attention. But the stick didn't even notice. He drew faster and faster. Finally, he stopped. The dust cleared. And there was the most magnificent sight the forest had ever seen. Isn't that beautiful? The animals cheered, and the insects buzzed, and the trees swayed their branches in approval. Even the rose turned her petals to look. At that moment, a drop of water fell from the sky, then another. The animals scattered and the plants closed their leaves, and within minutes the stick's masterpiece was washed away. But the stick didn't care. He knew he could make another, and he knew at last he had found his voice. But for now, the stick didn't want to get wet, so he took a fallen leaf and made himself an umbrella. That's cute, isn't it? For he truly was a clever stick. Isn't that a cute book? Do you love to draw too? Have you ever taken a stick and drawn in the dirt? Yeah, just the same as the clever stick. Good job. I'll see you later. Thank you for joining me on Goof and Giggle Storytime YouTube. Bye-bye.